What's up, y'all?
Hello.
We're back once again.
We've returned.
I'm exploring post Force Throw Kylo Ren Tarkintown.
Yeah, I'm trying out Ray Data Vault. This is a top 8 list. Maybe 1-1, I don't even remember. I just grabbed it off of Melee and just kind of went with it. I mean, the early signs kind of point to like a fairly open meta. Fairly open?
I imagine so, yeah. I haven't looked at the lists from yesterday's events. I know there were a lot of limited events.
Stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vader Yellow kind of came back in a big way. Yep. Cad Tarkintown still out there. Boba Data Vault still out there.
All those make very much a lot of sense.
Han Blue.
I saw there was
Han
a
one.
matchup I was watching yesterday for a minute that was Han Blue versus Rey.
Yeah.
I'm not Rey. It was Sabine.
Yeah.
PCL. So that's not surprising. After we played Han Blue the other day, it seemed like a pretty powerful list.
There's a lot of things you can do with it for sure. Yeah, so here we are. We felt like Kylo versus Rey was at least favorable. The flavorful. The pictures almost match.
Mm-hmm.
They're
same scene.
So
I like the Star Wars Unlimited instructed events are pretty much just play the deck that you like.
Yeah,
and you can probably make it work for you.
I think there's meta choices and card choices. So like, I didn't see Grogu in this list, but I don't know that Rey Data Vault would be scared of Boba Fett Data Vault. But if you were, I think you just play Grogu and you're probably in fine shape.
I mean, you buff him one time with a Rey and he's like unkillable.
Yeah. He won't die.
He's healing all that crap.
Right. And causing like a big old problem for the opponent.
Boba like almost doesn't even want to do indirect damage to you if he's on the table. Right. Probably doesn't. And then it's losing, likely.
Farquad, what's up? Oh, I actually wonder if this hand's like if I should be mulliganing this hand. I think I keep it. Okay. No, that's the wrong card. This is resourced. That is resourced. Okay. Mon Mothma. I will get the Bright Hope and put in my hand.
Migs.
I will take initiative.
Use Kylo, discard constructed lightsaber, draw a card, do 2 damage to... I'll do Timon. And I'll pass. This game is so hard. Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna play Village Protectors.
Well, Kylo, discard, heroic resolve, draw, do 2 damage to Mon.
I'll take initiative.
I'll power of the dark side. And attack you for 2. Pass.
I'm gonna play Mon Mothma. I'll put a blue leader in my hand.
I'll take your base for 2.
I'm going to play an R2D2. And I'm going to take a look at the top card here. I'll leave that right.
I'll discard Fallen Lightsaber. I'll draw. I'll do 2 damage to your base.
Okay. I'm gonna use Ray and buff Mon Mothma.
I'll take down Mon Mothma.
I'll take initiative.
Yes. What's up, Berto Fresh?
I'm gonna buff R2 with Ray.
I'll attack your base for 2.
Sure. I'm gonna kill Migs 100 years later.
Yeah. Well, he's done like 8 damage. I'll Tarkintown R2.
I'm gonna resupply. Actually, I'm going to. Yeah, I'll resupply.
I'll discard Snapshot and draw.
I will deploy Ray.
I'll deploy Long Pike.
I'm gonna attack your base for 3. You should buff yourself and then restore 3.
Take initiative.
I'll pass.
Mig's very strong. All Rivals Fall.
Luke Long Pike.
I'll discard and draw.
I'll take initiative.
Luke might be kind of a problem for the deck, actually. Need to be running like more Fell the Dragons.
Attack you for 6, restore 3.
Two to Luke to your base.
I'll play a Kingdom.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna play a Yoda and then buff it with Ray. Pass.
Do not need this force marker.
Oh yeah, me either.
I'll Anakin Luke down with my resolve. Yeah.
I'm gonna Kanan you and mill you. And heal 1.
These are for 4.
I'm gonna Yoda you for 3 and restore 2.
Sage.
Akbar and do 3 to Anakin, I suppose.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna pay 4 for the Bright Hope do I want to bounce Akbar? Or do I think Akbar is useful on the ground? I could draw another card, that'd be sick. If I buff Akbar, he goes to a 2/5. Sure, I'll buff Akbar, I guess, instead of drawing. Pass.
Okay. I think it's Kylo time. Play Kylo. Fallen. Constructed. Snapshot. Attack. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, and 1 damage to all your guys. 13 damage.
Home 1. I think I bring back the village protectors. So that forces you to fight them instead of my base.
I'll attack a protector.
Alright, so I got it. Kylo has how much toughness currently?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. Okay. I buff Akbar. Puts him to 3. I get 6, 10 on the table. How about this? How about I attack you for 2 and restore 1?
Alright, die.
Kylo's got Sentinel.
I died at home 1.
Oh, on the next action?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could just take initiative there, and I died at home 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Luke.
I bet I know there's some smug people on YouTube watching this, watching my first 8 dudes die to Migs Mayfield, and then thinking, Nathan's getting what he deserves. I know that's happening.
I think my mistake was not doing the 2 to R2 and targeting them there. It's when that turned into 2 to your base.
So if you had done, I had set up a Spark of Hope, and so I was trying to set up the ability to Spark of Hope one of my units.
Okay.
So yeah, I was. I was trying to get you to kill my guys.
That was on. You would not have gotten a 6 that turn, right?
I don't think so, but I would have had 6 on the following turn.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the thing was, I was also trying to set up a, because I had the home 1. I could set up the home 1 mom, and that's just like a lot of cards. I feel like.
I was looking at open fires, like these don't kill anything that you have. I also thought about putting a fallen lightsaber on Migs at some point.
So I had to confiscate in my hand the whole game. So I was sandbagging that. I was going to confiscate whatever the most damaging upgrade on Kylo was to get rid of it, and then I was like gonna attack Yoda in, see where Kylo was at, see what I drew off of that, and then probably confiscate something. I don't think you can gas this Ray deck though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I had tech in the resource row.
Yeah.
So if I had like no hand, but I'm like on 10 resources, is like I'm playing techs.
Hmm.
I actually think this is not bad in this matchup. I think there's a world where this goes crazy.
Okay. Paris.
Yeah.
Take initiative.
Yes.
Power.
Blue leader.
Take it for 2.
Pass.
I'll use Kylo. Infiltrator skill. Draw. Pass.
Take it for 3.
Kylo, Holocron. Draw.
On Muffma. I wonder. I'll get Bright Hope.
Take it for 2.
I'm gonna play C3PO and I will name. I think it's 7.
Wow.
There are like 9 7-drops in the deck.
Jeez.
You got 3 Kellerans, 3 Lukes, and 3 U-Wing reinforcements.
Jesus.
You've got a chunk of 2s. You got Mon, but I've already seen, between what I've played and what I've resourced, I've seen a decent chunk of 2s. I also think if I hit a 7, it's crazy. Now, maybe 4, maybe 2 2s got spark. I'll say 2. I've talked myself into 2. 2. Damn it! It was a 7.
I'm gonna take down 3PO.
Okay. I will take the initiative.
Pass.
Let's attack you for 1.
I'll open fire.
Play the Bright Hope, and I actually do think about Mon Mothma here, so return her to the hand and draw a card off the Bright Hope.
Use Kylo, discard her, resolve, draw.
I will use Ray and buff the Bright Hope.
Take it for 2.
I will take the initiative.
Yes.
This deck draws. This deck draws some cards.
On PQ yesterday, pull Hyperspace Vader and a foil Darth Tyrannus, went 3 and 4 with Snook Blue. Overpower and Craving Power is so clutch in some of my games. That's pretty cool.
Hyperspace Vader and a foil Darth Tyrannus. That's a sick limited pull. Attack for 3.
Use Kylo, discard, snapshot.
Play Mon Mothma. It's like, I guess I'll get a Luke. Take it a Craving Power with foil because the Tyrannus is a starter deck only, right? So the only way to open him is if he's foiled. I think maybe Hyperspace, but I think Hyperspace may only be in the Carbonite. So
I don't know.
I'm going to use Ray and buff Mon Mothma.
Well, Anakin, Mothma.
You got hero in there,
yeah.
Overwhelming or whatever.
Yeah, I think Hyperfoil. Can you get Hyperspace though? I think you can get Hyperspace too.
I will resupply.
I'll take initiative.
Okay. Deploy Ray. I think it's worth it. I'll deploy Ray. Swing at you for 3. She'll buff herself, and I'll restore 3. And I will pass.
Gun. For 5. I'll attack Ray.
No, Luke, Anakin.
Kylo or resolve.
Attack you for 3.
Fight Luke.
I'll take initiative.
Play Cars. Yes.
There's always somebody trying to ice skate uphill, man. Yeah, Luke into your base for 6 and restore 3.
I'll force choke Luke.
I will draw. I'll Bright Hope you for 3.
How do I not die? I don't.
Not die to Bright Hope?
Yeah.
I don't even get to play my sick cards in hand.
Nope. Yeah, they'd be if they're only hyperspace out of the Carbonite packs, the Carbonite packs have... How many regular hyperspace cards do the Carbonite packs have? I think they could do hyperspace in that slot.
They might be.
I feel like slot. I got like a Chewbacca.
I know the foils are in the packs, right? The foils are basically rares or whatever, or a pseudo rare outcome. But there's so many starter deck only cards that you're like likely to get something from the starter, right? Because there's like 5 or 6 starter only cards in each deck.
I need like 6 Fellow Dragons.
Well, the funny thing is you don't need the Fell the Dragon until you need the Fell the Dragon.
Yeah, to not lose the game. I'm playing 1 in the main deck. I don't have any in the sideboard, but I wasn't really sure what to do with the sideboard for this deck, to be honest.
To me, it's so funny how the meta like rotates. Like I think I'm on like if you're playing blue, it's probably 3 Fell the Dragons because it kills Anakin, it kills Luke, it kills Vader, it kills the Star Destroyers. It kills everything over. It kills Kelleran. It kills like everything over a certain amount.
I was playing 2, and then I switched it for 1 takedown, 1 Fellow Dragon. Because I was like, maybe I need to kill Sabine or Cal, kind of thing.
So I think takedown's in a particularly bad spot now because, like, if your opponent slaps a General's Blade on, like, Gungi, you're like, well, Tell the Dragon kills him, takedown does not, right?
That's fair.
Fell the Dragon... Like,
to be fair, though, also that playing villainy blue, and they shouldn't be doing that. They should be thinking twice about doing that.
So I mean,
so I have an answer to that, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do if you've got the power, but like I think I've played against some of those green hero decks, and I think
they make you have it sometimes.
Yeah, and I think if you've got a draw, and it's like, well, if my opponent's got the power, I lose. If my opponent doesn't have the power, I do like 15 damage to them before they can do anything about it, right? Like Vader and Anakin in the same pool.
Holy crap.
3 Talzins Assassins. That's wild.
This is why draft is superior to sealed. I'm just saying. It's harder to do that for a large tournament, though. Or a tournament that size, rather.
Man. You get some...
Just planning on doing intro Battle of the Hoth next Friday. The deck comes out with the built-in one from other sets. Yeah, definitely. We'll do a stream with those.
Yeah, the question is it a better starter product than the Spark Rebellion 2 players? I think it probably isn't because the cards are worse.
It's like less of a representation of what the game is like.
Yeah. It's kind of like the old... I mean, I understand the market. So I probably... There's a world where I'm not sitting here playing card games in front of you if I don't buy that Decipher 2-player learn-to-play starter that had the awful Vader and the awful Luke in it.
So there's value in that, is what you're saying.
So there's some amount of value, because if it's meant for mass market, which I believe that this is, if it's meant for a mass market, then the good news is somebody will want it. And it may be their gateway. Now, it's a little bit different. Maybe they're basing it off of false premises. The premise being that somebody walks into a Target or a Walmart and sees this deck and says, oh, cool, a Star Wars game, I want to buy this, and now they're in the card games. I think your general consumer is like slightly more informed these days, right? You can't just put like $500 on a $350 Charizard and somebody comes in and says, oh, that's a Charizard, I'll buy $500 for it. No, they're going to go to TCG Player and they're going to say, that Charizard's $300, I'll give you $300 for it. Right. I'll play R2. We'll take a look at the top card. We'll leave it right there.
I'll discard Hot Shot Blaster and draw and do 2 damage to R2.
Sure. I'm going to buff R2.
I will Tarkintown it.
I will take the initiative.
Yes. Tarkintown that sumbitch.
I think you died with Tarkintown in hand last time, right?
I did. And the first game, I guess, like I said, there was argument to use it that one turn, but
I'm gonna resupply. Do whatever you want with MIGs. The damage on my base does not matter. If you get me above 20, that's when I'll start worrying about the damage on my base.
I'll discard Heroic Resolve and draw. I'll play a Heroic Resolve on MIGs.
Not for 1, you're not.
For 3.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's 3, right? Yeah, it's 3. I'll take it for 3.
Sure.
And 2 more from his ability. And pass.
Alright, I'll pay 5 and blue leader into MIGs.
I'll open fire.
I'll take initiative.
Pass.
I'm gonna play a Mon Mothma. So actually, I think this deck has things that the control decks hate. It has
like saying cards that
replace themselves.
Replace themselves. Yeah. I'll discard Fallen Lightsaber and draw.
I'm gonna play an R2, and we'll take a look at the top card here. I'll shove that under.
Play long.
Mr. Pike. I'm gonna buff R2.
I'll take initiative.
I'm going to get Ray in there, I think. I'll deploy Ray, and then attack. We'll buff Ray and heal 3. And I'll pass. Oh, this... I'm kind of liking this Ray Data Vault. If I'm being totally H with you here.
Force Choke R2.
You strike him down. If you strike him down, he will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. I'm going to have Ray attack you and buff Mon Mothma.
I'll fight Mon Mothma.
I'm going to play Kellerin. Look at the top 7. 5, 6, 7. Play one of those. For...
This might be like the worst matchup for control possible.
Let's play a tech while I'm at it. Just jam, but I'll play a 7/7. I know you wanted me to play the Luke so you can fell the dragon up there.
I'll power the dark side.
I'm like, screw it, lose Ray. Sure, tech will die. I'll take initiative.
Pass.
We're gonna Kellerin you for 7. I think that's the first time I've actually got the swing with Kellerin. I might be wrong.
I think that's true.
I think I finally got to attack with him. Something to be said for that. I think Kylo Tarkintown might be a dead deck now.
I mean,
it might have game against like the aggro stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's dead. I'll do 2 to Ray.
Sure.
I just think it needs to refine the build again, because like Force Throw was okay, but I don't know that, because it was playing Force Throw and Force Lighting. I took both Force Throw and Force Lighting out because I don't think. Yeah, I think you're better off playing Fel the Dragon than Force Lighting first.
Yeah. Of all. We'll hit you for 3 and restore 3.
And got more like low to the ground kill stuff. I think for that reason it's good against aggro, but the gameplay against something like this needs to be figured out. Because I'm not even close to getting the Kylo kill in any of these games.
Nah. There's not
So-
enough like pressure on me.
Yeah. I'm dead.
Okay. I didn't even get to tap my 8 resources. Let's see if this. Do you want to do the sideboard games now?
Yeah, we'll do match.
See if that actually.
I don't know that my side. I mean, I have Cham. A Cham's actually probably pretty good.
Yeah, Champ's not bad. Champ's
Because it can fight
So,
for stuff.
the funny thing is, this deck is running main deck timely reinforcements. So one of the games you were dying, I had the ability to pump like 4 X-wings out there, right? And if you're not packing Snoke, then I think those are like.
Yeah,
those are a
I
problem.
didn't put Snoke on the sideboard, but I was thinking about it. I just don't. I feel like in the matches where I need Snoke, I'm dead by the time I could play him.
Yeah, maybe. I think Snoke is good against specifically timely reinforcements, and I think that deck is going to go long.
Yeah,
Maybe you play Bombing Run.
I did put Bombing Run on the
Okay,
sideboard.
because Bombing Run
Yeah.
does help against the Vader. I mean, the Vader yellow decks are coming back with a vengeance.
Right. It's got 3 Grenade Strike and 2 Bombing Run.
I did see a two Han blue, a Han 2 blue deck top like when post Force Throw, right? So I figured that deck was still good,
Yeah.
and that Force Throw was just like a backbreaker in the deck. But I think that Han deck can play Force Throwless, and I'm not going to even say it's playing ethically, because I think Han 2 is like one of the least ethical leaders in the game, because he's breaking all kinds of rules. He also happens to be like the best Grogu enabler.
No roll. 8.
9. They call me the one-upper. I'm going to play Mon Mothma. And we'll go take a gander. We'll go get a C-3PO.
Play Migs.
I'll take the initiative.
I'll discard Snapshot. Draw. Do 2 damage to Mon. And pass.
Akbar, the Migs.
I'll open fire Akbar.
I'll hit you with a little tippy tap there. Poke you.
Pokes you. Woo. I'll take initiative.
Pass. Hello, I would like to 1-for-1 my opponent. The Ray deck says, okay. I'm still 7 cards ahead.
Yeah, I'll play IG, do damage.
Blaster. I'm going to.
I was back. This is one of also for like.
You haven't Tarkintown this game, right?
I have not Tarkintown.
Okay. I think that is in a 2 to 3 territory.
I was playing
currently.
4, and then I was like, okay, I want to play
Well, you're
Fellow
not-
Dragons. Oh, I'm sorry, I was playing 3.
I was
want
going
to
to
play
say,
Fellow
you
Dragons.
were not playing
So
4.
I cut 2 to play 2 Fellow Dragons, and I cut 1 Fellow Dragon to play a takedown. Like, this list is very much just me fucking around, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
all right, I'll R2. I'll leave the card there.
I do think this is good now because you can like see Tarkintown stuff.
Yeah.
You can clean up ships. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You can fight in space. So yes, but the problem with this list is like 20 of your cards are attachments.
Yeah.
And they can't change. They
Yeah.
have to be exactly how they are. I'll discard and draw.
I'm going to C3 APO and say 4. I'll draw a Bright Hope.
I'll take initiative.
We're going to.
I'm not cheating. I just said the wrong number.
We'll buff C3PO. And I'll pass.
Take it for 3.
I'm going to attack you with R2 for 1. We'll take a look at the top card there.
Kylo constructed. Draw.
And C3PO is going to attack you and say 7. I'll draw a Keller in the back.
Play long.
Play Bright Hope.
Would you like to?
We're not going to use it. I think I've got enough cards. Thank you.
I'll take initiative.
I'm going to use Ray and buff R2. I'll pass. This is the gas in this deck, man. This deck is gassed up. Gassed to the gills. How did I miss this deck? Apparently this deck existed the last go round.
I'll for stroke C3PO.
I'll spark a hope that C3PO.
I'll power of the dark side.
Yeah, I guess R2 dies. I am going to use Ray and buff the Bright Hope. Longest match you ever had. Didn't finish game 2, so you lost 1-0. Yeah. This deck has restock in the sideboard, right? Like
Infiltrator skill.
oh, okay. Oh, blue leader into IG 2000.
I guess it's only 3, right?
Yeah.
I'll attack your base. I will give shields.
I will attack you for 3.
Take you for 4.
I will take the initiative.
Yes.
I'll loot the IG 2000.
Take you for 4. I'll shield.
Take it for 3.
This might be insane. I'll deploy Kylo.
Okay.
Constructed. Skill. Resolve. No. Yeah, I can do that. That's 7.
I'll take initiative.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And pass.
I should have played Ray last turn.
The turn before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd feel a lot better if I had like 6 more health. I guess Luke will attack Kylo for 6 and restore 3.
So you have 10 health left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, well you got it.
I've done it.
2. It's too focused on the value. So I resourced a confiscate. Yeah, I resourced a confiscate. I had 1 open there. Did not.
Yeah.
I could have confiscated the constructed lightsaber. And I think I like win the game, right? Because that's -8 damage and also -3 health on him. Like every other game up to that point, I was like, oh, I haven't needed this. So
bluffing through the practice game. I mean, it was just like I had no choice but to deploy Kylo there. It was a good chance for Kylo to get 2 attacks in, possibly, and I didn't think I could win if that didn't happen. So
I think I threw that game. Like, if I'm being honest, I think I threw it. You had infiltrator skill.
Yeah.
So I had a.
I don't think I could play pillage against you ever. There was never a turn where I was like pillage would do anything. I have so many extra cards.
Yeah, I think if you pillage me, I discard 2 cards that you don't care about.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually think you're garbage. I had a couple outs. If I drew entrenched, I could play entrenched there on Kylo. And you can't attack me. I think you're garbage. You're garbage.
This is. I don't know that the other Devastator does anything against you either. Grain Strike probably doesn't do anything. Bombing Run doesn't kill anything you have. I just wish I had more fellow dragons in that sideboard there.
I got 2 drunk on value. 2 drunk on value that last game. I think I was yeah, I was just like way too drunk on value. And I should have deployed Ray.
Yeah, Ray was a play I would have had to Rivals Fall that turn, I think.
Which I think I'm like, I think the thing is I'm fine.
That, yeah.
I'm fine with that, right? If I get any amount of health and then draw premium removal that's not directed to Luke or Kelleran or the home one, then I'm great. I spent too much time fighting the stupid IG. My original plan was to a blue leader into the IG, so I could either home one, not home one. Yeah, I could home one the blue leader back and kill it on the next attack. That was the plan. I didn't actually want to damage my Bright Hope, or at least not damage it enough so where it would die to Tarkintown.
Yeah, I didn't get to Tarkintown that game time.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't deploy my leader, so I died without my leader. I think that's slightly worse than. Oh yeah, that's real cute deck. Real cute. We'll mulligan it. There's a world where you keep it, but C3PO, I'll say 2. Not 2.
Siege.
I'll take initiative.
Use Kylo, discard, snapshot, draw. Yes.
C3PO is going to attack you, and I'm going to say 2. It is regional governor.
Okay. Oh, lightsaber.
Get confiscated, idiot.
I'll attack. CPO.
I'll play a regional governor, and I will say power the dark side.
Tarkintown, 3PO.
I will take the initiative.
Kylo, infiltrator skill. Yes.
I'm gonna play Kanan.
I'll force choke Kanan.
I'll take initiative.
Sage. Take it for 2. I'm gonna attack the governor. It's not as sexy. Alright, I'm done.
I will buff the governor.
You can't do this. What's up, Epic Cheese TV? Lay Epic Cheese. I'll attack you for 2.
Okay. I'm gonna play a Bright Hope and not use its ability.
Kylo, Holocron, draw.
I'll attack you for 2.
IG, 1/1.
I'll take initiative.
I'll fight the governor. I'll pass.
I'm gonna buff the Bright Hope.
I'll give the Bright Hope -3/-3.
Okay.
I do not have a hero card.
I'm gonna fell the dragon, Anakin.
I'll fight Bright Hope.
I'm gonna deploy Ray.
Take it for 2.
I am.
It's dead, right? It's -3/-3.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I will fight you for 3, buff Ray, and restore 3.
Take initiative.
Pass.
The rivals fall.
Luke, the IG 2000.
Kylo, Holocron, draw.
Take initiative.
Thank you for 4. Pass.
Attack you for 6, restore 3.
Power.
Timely reinforcements.
I have 8.
Yeah. 5 X-Wings.
It's not 4 X-Wings?
4 X-Wings.
Okay. Okay. Take it for 2. I put in my bombing runs now.
Akbar, this guy.
Take it for 2.
Take initiative.
1 pike. Pass. Oh no, I can discard a hotshot blaster. Then pass.
What's in your discard pile?
My discard pile. Let's show everybody.
Let's give it to me.
This is a stream. Hotshot blaster, Sith Holocron, Infiltrator skill, lightsaber, snapshot.
Okay. I'll play Village Protectors.
Constructed on the Sage.
It has Sentinel.
It has Sentinel.
I'll play you.
Rivals fall village protectors.
I'm gonna attack you for 1 and restore 1. No, I can't. You got Sentinel.
Yeah, I got Sentinel.
I'll attack you for 2.
I'll take you for 4.
I will attack you for 2.
Attack you for 4. I'll do this.
I'll attack you for 2.
I'll take initiative.
I'm going to attack you for 2. I'll play Regional Governor and say Snapshot Reflexes. And then I'm going to Ray this X-Wing. And I'll pass.
I always kind of wondered why this deck wasn't playing regional governors.
The Kylo Tarkintown. I think Regional Governor is a great card. I think it's better the more you know about the meta, right?
Yeah.
So
even just like in a random 2-drop slot in the main deck instead of like Sage or something. I do like the play of being able to put Fallen Lights here. We're in the constructed on Sage and Karis.
okay.
Choked. You draw.
Home 1. Bring back the Village Protectors.
Well, I got 1 move left. Deploy Kylo, and see what happens. I don't know.
I don't think you have 19.
I don't think
right?
so either. Holocron. That's 3. Holocron again. That's 3. I have to play Infiltrator Skill, and I am going to have to play Snapshot. So Fallen is 3. Yeah, Fallen is 3, and then Snapshot. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yep.
16. So I'm attacking. I'll do 2 damage to... I'll just do both to Kylo.
Okay. Attack you for 3 and restore 1.
What did I do? I did 16?
Yeah, so I'm at 29 now.
that'll do it. That'll do it. That's close.
Yeah, I think it was the sages, honestly.
The sages, yeah, they were just hanging out doing stuff.
They were just being a pain in my ass the whole game. So I had entrenched in hand.
Yeah, I didn't want to give Nate the opportunity to do anything to Kylo, right?
I had entrenched in hand. So if Justin deployed Kylo at any point, so last time I wanted him, I played in such a way where he was gonna he couldn't snapshot, right? So entrench had been in the hand since the beginning of the game. So if he ever ended up in a situation where Kylo's just on the table with no help or whatever, then entrench comes out on him. So that's why I regional the snapshot. He deploys, and I was trying to use the village protectors to force Kylo onto the board with like the infiltrator on it, and then I can just entrench him, right? Like if he brought it out to try to kill me in 2 hits. So
these open fires are not killing a damn thing you have. Devastator. I don't know that I've ever had a turn where I felt like I could play Devastator. It's good for like pushing the last bit of damage though, just in case I'm in that situation. But like playing Devastator, it's gonna not be able to swing past whatever Bright Hope you have in space, because you're probably gonna have a Bright Hope in space at that point. Without the force choke, I would have 2 more damage. That still wouldn't have enough to kill you, I think. But then you wouldn't have had.
Yep.
No, yeah, I still don't have enough to kill you. I need to do 19, right?
You force choked the regional.
Yeah.
So if you had I mean
Well, I had to do that to play snapshot. So.
Yeah. Right. Well, you could have attacked the regional governor.
But you had to Sentinel out, right? At that point. Or no, you got Sentinel.
I brought it out afterwards.
So if I attacked the regional governor, yeah, okay, I see.
So I felt the damage that you had in addition to Kylo was also relevant, which is why I still brought out the Sentinel.
You had to do that, right?
Yeah, because I died to the swing back.
Because if otherwise I'm.
So that my goal was to force you to have to send as much damage into units on the table, because I was going to try to win in space.
You had 2 actions to win in space, so like if I fight there, you could just attack for 3, and then if I have damage, then if I have lethal, then I have lethal. If I don't, I don't. Right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted. That's why I wanted to know it was in your yard, because if you don't have lethal on Kylo, I attack you for 3. If you do have lethal with Kylo, then I have to. You had the initiative that turn, right?
Right.
So that's why I played the regional, because I played regional so that way
that forced me to deal with the regional.
You have to deal with the regional first action, right? Yeah. Yeah. So my decision tree on that turn was you deploy Kylo with no attack, I entrench him. You don't deploy Kylo, I deploy regional, say snapshot, so that way you can't attack on the first action. The goal was to only ever give you 1 attack with Kylo. You could do stuff to get other damage and attacks, but Kylo was going to get 1 shot at me, and that was it. So
that's kind of the way you have to play this deck, is you have to be snapshotting. You can't rely on Kylo ever getting a second swing. If that happens, you've won the game. It does happen occasionally, right? But you can't rely on it. I'll mulligan too. There's just like a million things that your opponent could do to Kylo after he deploys that ruin your day, and then you don't have a win condition if he's gone.
Yeah.
You actually can't win the game. I did not Tarkintown that game. No, I did not. I didn't. Or I did?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I feel like I didn't. What the? C3PO. Okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. You're right. I'll Kylo resolve and draw.
I'll play an R2. I'll put this under.
Choke him out.
I'll draw. I'll take initiative.
Yes, it would have been really bad if you played another R2 there.
I'll play Yoda.
Discard holocron.
Take the initiative.
Play Migs. Play skill. Pass. Physically pained. Okay.
Perilous position, Migs.
Shell of a man. I'll IG and do 1 to Yoda.
I'll fight Migs.
That takes 1, right? Yeah, I'll Tarkintown.
I'll draw. Pass.
I'm taking initiative.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, pass.
Oh, Yoda.
Take her 3.
I'll pass.
Play Migs.
I'll buff Yoda.
Kylo, discard, holocron, draw. I'll do 2 to Yoda.
I'll take the initiative.
Pass.
I'll fight Migs.
He's gone. Thank you for 3.
I'll play Timely for 3.
Anakin, kill.
And I'll draw.
Confirming, yeah.
I'm gonna Ray and buff an X-Wing.
Kylo, discard, constructed, draw.
I'm gonna deploy Ray.
I'll take initiative.
I'm gonna attack you for 3 and restore 3.
And then? Done? Pass. Okay. I'll fight this X-Wing.
I will attack you for 3 and restore 3. And buff this X-Wing.
Power of the dark side.
Shoot this X-Wing. Oh, Luke can kill IG-2000.
Kylo, discard snapshot, draw.
I'll take initiative.
Luke. I'll fight Luke and open fire Luke. I had to resource a takedown or fell the dragon earlier.
And you're mad about it?
And I'm really mad about it because I knew that I was going to want it. And I know, I don't know, maybe I didn't have to resource it, but it was such a hard decision. Many turns to hold it in my hand. Many, many turns. I think I just lost the hell out of this game. My draws are so awkward.
I'm a Luke Anakin.
I'll use Kylo, discard constructed, draw.
Tag you for 3.
I mean, I guess it's this.
I'll take initiative.
Force choke ray. Pass.
Attack you for 3. Restore 3.
Yeah, you don't have anything to restore.
I'm at 36 health now.
Discard fallen. Draw.
Home on. Home on's gonna bring back Yoda.
He's getting out here. Fallen. Constructed. Fallen. Holocron, Infiltrator, Holocron. And that's it.
Take initiative.
Fallen. Fight 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'll do the damage. And pass.
Rivals Fall.
Okay. I'm dead. That was all I had. At least make you have something. Yeah. I don't know, this list needs something. Also, the other problem with Kylo Ren is that once your opponent knows how to play around him, it's much harder to win.
Yeah.
And if you're playing in tournaments with good players,
I think if you're catching, like, I think the thing about that deck was it was not a known entity.
Yeah, right.
It was using stuff that a lot of people were probably had just like written off. You look at something like Sith Holocron, you're like, this doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing about that deck is, and I also think Data Vault is not like a great matchup for it, right?
It wants to be doing 25 damage or 30 or 28, right?
Yeah,
it's much easier to get the Kylo one turn.
Yeah,
like the snapshot kill.
At least one of the
those
practice games that we played, I was alive because I was at 29 or whatever, right? Like, so
there's probably still juice. I mean, Kylo is an incredibly good leader.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder if Data Vault's better because then you're playing the blue-green.
Yeah, you play blue, like the control shell-ish.
You play a control
and you don't really
shell.
just straight up lose if Kylo dies. You have your ships and stuff.
Yeah, you're discarding
Kylo.
cards that are like good in a lot of circumstances, whereas in that deck you're having to throw away cards that are only good on Kylo.
Yeah, right. And Kylo can come into play and Craving Power and kill something.
Correct.
And
yeah. Well, you could just Craving Power, right? Like that's the thing. Like you don't have to discard the Craving Power early in the game. You play the Craving Power. Your opponent answers whatever the Craving Power is on. You've already killed something. So you've 2 for 2'd your opponent, and then when you deploy Kylo, he gets Craving Power.
Yeah.
And, so. Right. And so I think
that's what list I was working on when I first saw Kylo. I did like it a lot when I was playing it, but it's probably time to revisit that.
You get to timely the new Darth Vader as well, which is very powerful.
Yep. I like that.
I saw Gar ECL won a tournament.
I figure Gar ECL has got some juice.
I think Gar ECL is primed.
It's so freaking scary.
I think it's primed for a comeback now.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like, it's not a deck that wants its hand messed with,
exactly,
for sure.
Yeah. You don't. Every time you're like, okay, I'll make you discard like a Shin Hati, but it'll knock a shield off something.
Yeah, well, ECL, right? Like, it's not even the yellow version. I think the ECL version.
Oh yeah.
The UCL one is probably better in like a wider variety, like a open field, but the yellow one is like aggressive. I think the problem with like the yellow one is it probably gets hated on by the stuff that's hating on the aggro decks. And so I don't think like the CAD deck doesn't want to see like this Ray deck sitting around.
No kidding.
Right? The CAD deck was much happier when everybody was 25 or 28 health and no restore because they were all trying to get like on the ground fast.
This deck also wants to be like getting a little bit of damage on base at the beginning of the game, and then the Ray just completely wipes that out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's just a really tough matchup.
Right. Yeah. The CAD decks don't want to see Ray.
Yeah.
Like you could ramp against CAD. Right. They kill your guy. You spark a hope. You get to ramp. Your dudes are already like annoying to kill anyway. Right. Because you could play a 1-drop that goes to 5 health. You could play 2 1-drops. Right. Like because the deck was playing the clone trooper too. So you could play like an R2. Yeah. You play like an R2 and then you play the clone dude. And the clone dude with Ray is like a 3/4 with restore 1. So even if they draw a card off of it, he's just like
kills all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Gains you life until they deal with it.
And against like the Vader decks, he's just like beating down the whole time.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're not streaming tomorrow.
Yeah, we're taking tomorrow off. I've got some stuff to do at the shop.
But we'll be back Wednesday.
Yeah.
For some more of this stuff. I'll probably grab a list from a PQ this weekend.
Yeah, we'll have more stuff to dive through.
Yeah.
I like this raid deck. I would consider playing this raid deck. This would be on my short list of things to play.
It's versatile again. It's like you have a lot of options, and then you have a lot of good late game.
Yeah.
You have
late
staying power.
Yeah, late game is insane.
You wing Kelleran, and it's just like value. Insane. Yeah. Not to mention you just
play
get
against
every game.
You play against any of the Star Destroyer decks, and you hit them with a timely reinforcements, and just put like
any of those control decks probably hate that card.
Yeah. They hate it. 6 X-wings on the table. The thing is, Ray buffs those X-wings too, so they
3/3s are very scary.
Yeah,
compared to
they add up fast.
Yeah.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
We're back.